The purple tree was an iconic landmark on Swarthmore's campus and was taken down summer of 2018. In this video, we will discuss the legacy of the purple tree, the impact that it had on campus and on the students who interacted with it, and how those that interacted with it felt when it was taken down.
Before the purple tree became the purple tree, it was a living tree on campus. It was a weeping hemlock. And this tree was planted in 1935. This tree was planted from a root cutting, grafted onto an existing root system, and it was planted behind Sharples, kind of by the path leading towards the Matchbox and Fieldhouse area. After the living weeping hemlock died in 2015, it was painted purple to preserve the tree, but also keep it as a part of the Swarthmore landscape. This was the third colored tree that had been created on the Swarthmore campus. In 2018, after already being dead for a few years, the purple tree was taken down by the Arboretum to remove any risk of it potentially becoming a hazard.
Josh Cassiano of the Scott Arboretum has some words as to why the purple tree was painted purple. He says, "I was keen to paint the dead hemlock. It had a great form, was in a prominent place on campus, and was a plant species that was dying in the wild. We are so quick to discard things as they age, die, deteriorate. This is especially true in gardens. Get rid of anything that looks less than perfect." Since the weeping hemlock was the third tree on campus to receive this colorful afterlife, Josh Cassiano says that this time orange and purple were the two colors up for debate. Purple was eventually decided upon, as we know, but a couple hundred orange tulips were planted underneath the tree. Josh Cassiano says, "Purple has long been a symbol of cooperation and bipartisanship. Honestly, it's my favorite color in the garden. It engages and blends at the same time."
The next portion of this video will focus on students and alums who interacted with the purple tree while it was purple, and the memories and feelings that it conveyed.
Honestly, I don't think I thought about it very much. When I did see it, there was kind of a mix of emotions because on the one hand it was very playful and colorful, so inspired kind of a childlike joy, but also on the flip side inspired kind of a sense of grief because it reminds you that things die. Just like a weird, like happy reminder of death. Like a little, not like sad, but like, oh, an icon is gone. I was more sad about the swing tree because I never got to swing in it, so I was kind of bummed about that. I mean, I think a lot of our time here at Swarthmore is very serious and very kind of like rigid, regimented. Like we're kind of asked to be old and mature and like do schoolwork and stuff like that, which makes sense because it's school. But like it's nice to have these little playful reminders that it's okay to have fun sometimes too. And I feel like that's what the swing tree and the purple tree represented.
So one of my earliest memories of the purple tree was learning that it was actually dead. And that was a really weird experience for me. And I was still like an angsty teen at the time. I think this was my sophomore year. And I thought it was very metaphorical. I thought it was really cool that they were like able to like make art out of death, blah, blah, blah. I stopped thinking that. But I think it's still like held a lot of weight for me, and I'm not sure why. I think there was just something about their purple tree being on campus meaning a lot to students. My junior and senior year, a bunch of people on the Frisbee team started getting really into Pokemon Go, for instance, and it's a Pokemon gym there. When we learned that the purple tree was cut down, I think I was off campus at the time. It was, I think I was a senior, and it was really just, wow, like an era is gone and I am graduating and everything is ending. And I mean, you can see the responses on the meme page. It was a lot. And I think my best friend was actually the first person to post on that page, and we're talking about getting tattoos, matching tattoos about the purple tree, just to symbolize our time at Swarthmore and what it meant to us.
I think that the thing that I like too to change with the weather, like when spring, and then when I had taken a picture of it when the snow was on it.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. And another thing too is when I had taken my son seeing the tree, he was just, wow, purple tree. He was just amazing.
Yeah.
when he seen that. I told him that it was taken down. He said, "Oh, they had taken the tree down." You know, he was a little sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I knew the tree wasn't going to stay up there forever, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. So it was really different.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah. It was creative.
Yeah.
I actually was on campus, a student from 87 to 91, and the tree wasn't purple, it was actually alive. And it was a tree where folks kind of hid under and spent some time underneath, lying down or just kind of relaxing. I never did, but it was just a place where people were familiar with the tree, they knew it, and so they could identify it. So some of the memories are just walking by and seeing people under there, and it was always a really cool tree. It was always a tree that we knew. It was a piece, it was a part of my memory of Swarthmore. But so maybe from that perspective, it was important to me as a piece of my memories of Swarthmore.
I was dumbfounded. It was a tree, and it was purple. I didn't know what to think. I was not a student yet at Swarthmore. I was walking around campus. I can't quite recollect exactly where I was. I think I was coming up from the tunnel. And I was just looking around, absorbing Swarthmore, and all of a sudden there's this tree that doesn't look quite like a normal tree because it was purple.
As for the current students on Swarthmore's campus, only the juniors and seniors were around when the purple tree was still up. That being said, almost every freshman and sophomore has still heard of and still knows the story of the purple tree, displaying a certain kind of Swarthmore mythology that surrounds it.
So it is gone for now, but the fond memories of people, we put it on Facebook. I let people know a week in advance if you want to say goodbye to the purple tree, do, because it's coming down. And I had 91 responses on Facebook in less than an hour.
Wow.
All of the people feeling sad, giving me the sad face.
Aww.
Well, it's funny because being an arboretum with so many live trees, we want everyone to be connected to trees.
Yeah.
But it's purple. It's the only one on campus, so that kind of grabs your eye. And I think it was the whimsical art nature of it that made people happy.
Yeah.
That's it. They connected to nature with that.
There are other landmarks on Swarthmore's campus that have the same sort of legacy surrounding them. But the purple tree is a great representation of how nature can have a deeper meaning. Even in its afterlife, the legend of the purple tree lives on.
It was painted purple? No, that's not what I want to say.
Nope, that's not what I want to say. Okay. Swarthmore College has many... Okay, wait, no. Hey.
Part of... Nope, no.
There will be another tree, another colored tree.
Oh, is it a secret?
It has not been decided yet, but perhaps there'll be a contest to decide what color it could be.
Ooh, exciting.